Monday morning, my people, and we have got another episode of Rogue Actions. And you know, we can't do Rogue Actions with the legendary Hallmaster himself, Urzatron. What's going on, Urza? How you doing?
Brother, I'm doing great. I just noticed we're both wearing Star Wars shirts.
What? Why are we both? What? It's like we're both Star Wars fans. Have you seen the back of this shirt? Have you seen this?
No.
Look at this.
What you got?
Look at this. It's Hoth. It says Hoth, and it's got
Hoth.
an AT-S or an AT-AT on it.
That's dope, man.
We're shooting. Yeah, isn't that sweet?
So you've got Hoth. I've got the Force Moon of Endor here. I don't know if you can see that.
There you go.
Death Star 2.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
Shuttle
pretty good.
Tydirian.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know the drill. We've got 3 topics we discussed over on Urzatron's channel. I promise I'm going to pin a comment for a link to that video to save you guys. But you know what you guys should really have is all of you. We're going to pin the links from now on, but you should have Urzatron subscribed to and on notifications. That solves the issue. And you should have me on notifications. Everyone who clicked Urzatron's link and is here now, just put us both on notifications. Am I right?
Dude, you're totally right. We're staying up late for you guys to make sure you have grade A Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes content
it's
on
like
Monday morning.
4 a.m. on a Saturday night right now.
Yeah.
I mean, somewhere it's 4 a.m. It's actually 11 for me. It's past midnight for Urza right now. Anyway, let's get right into it. Meme of the week. Check this out. I didn't know about this one. You pointed me to this, and I was like, that's it. If we only knew. If we only knew.
I love it because not only is it throwback Wolverine, but I think we all know now Carrie wasn't as bad as we thought.
Carrie, if you're watching this, I just want you, Urzatron and I, we probably said some spicy things about you, and I think I can speak on behalf of both of us. We're sorry.
I always got along with Carrie. Did
you never say spicy things about her?
No, I
didn't say spicy things to her specifically, but kind of maybe. I don't know.
I think I don't know. I think it could have gone better for all of us when Carrie was there. I think that's what we're agreeing on.
All right, we got one more for you guys. You guys got to see this one. This one to me got me good. I've never seen this format, and so I didn't realize what was coming, but here we go. This is how unlocking gas feels now. You're unlocking him, there's you get your medal, you're biting the medal, it's all happy. You kiss the girl, you flip off the crowd, you're just so happy. You get your wine out, and then you're in 3rd place.
GL Ray, GL Kylo. You did it.
Oh, GL Ray appropriately in at number 3. So, anyway, we got to talk next. We got our tiers 4 through 5, and this is a Bulldog's video. Bulldog was able to go in and do this. I have not been able to attempt this yet. I will be soon. But this is where you get the new currency. For the ultimate ability. Urza, have you seen this yet?
No, I'm just looking at this background. This is an amazing background. Wow. They did a good job.
Look at what the art department was able to do.
Okay. So a point on the art department, Cubs. Everybody wants to take a dump on the art department, and I took a dump on them for the Ray models specifically, and their in-game models. The background guy, he's getting lumped in with all this. The background guy is good. I like the background. Kajimi looks amazing. Kylo Ren's command center, that all looks good. This looks amazing.
Yeah.
So background guy, you're free and clear, buddy.
And it is the same. So that you see that was done fairly easily. But look, it's the same for both. This is the next tier, I think.
Okay.
And it just stays like this. And so this whole opportunity we had, like think about this event. All right. So here's the beginning of it. That's pretty cool, I guess. But when you're on the dark side, same map. So light side, dark side, tiers 4 through 6 are exactly the same thing. And something I want to so this kind of adds to the disappointment. A lot of people, I'm just skipping through this so you guys can see. It stays the same for all of it. I think that's all he's got there. And so many people were telling me, yo, Cubs, we haven't seen the rest. We haven't seen the second half of the event. It might not be that bad. Okay, well, now we've seen it. They just didn't put... How much effort did they put into this event, man? I mean, think about all of the missed opportunities. We had Vet Han, right? Why did we not have a Vet Han Kylo on the bridge moment? We have the water duel. Why did we not have the water duel? Think about how many visual things they could have done with the backgrounds. And they did... I mean, that one background looked cool, but for the back half of the event, that's all they had. That was it.
A ton of Rey and Kylo interactions in Rise of Skywalker. They went with one.
Which was a dope one.
It was dope. It was
but they
good.
only picked one. You had... I've told you guys. I'm trying to contain myself here, Cubs fam. But I've told you guys, like, I don't have a problem with the cash grab anymore. Like, I perpetually have a problem with the cash grab. But it's just like, you have to accept it if you're playing this game. But for 4 months, this is all they did for...
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, background,
I just had a minor panic attack on this video. Like, just
background
4
guy
months.
did his job. Background guy did his job.
Thank you, background guy.
Everybody
Phil.
else, everybody else didn't do a very good job. So,
yeah. Anyway, so I just wanted to vent about that a bit because when I saw that, I just thought, well, they've got to have something on the back end that's just really dope. And the only thing that they did this entire event that I thought was dope was that transition from Kijimi to the Star Destroyer, from the Star Destroyer to Kijimi. That was it.
Okay, so the negative buzz we got when this event first dropped, I think everybody was in their mind like, oh, well, maybe there's something really cool in the final tiers. Yeah. And apparently not. This is actually the first time I'm seeing it with what you had on screen a few minutes ago.
That's it. It's how bland was that? I mean, the background great, but other than that, what is it? Characters on characters?
And that was the first thing I said to Cubs when he was like, "This is going to be a topic of mine." I'm like, "Okay, I actually don't know about this."
Yeah.
I'm like, is there anything different? And he's like, "No, it's this." I'm like, "No, is it 5-on-5? Is it another duel?" Nope, it's 5-on-5, just very hard.
I think some of them were 5-on-3, if I remember right.
Okay.
Well, still, and then of course the ticket cost ramps up, and if you end up failing for whatever reason, you lose all the tickets. So it's just so much about it. It's just like, I didn't even get to participate in this event, but words cannot describe how disappointed I am with how much they didn't do. They have to, the only way for me to look back at this and be okay with this is if next quarter they are able to do a crap ton of new stuff because of the time they took to fix their framework issues or non-framework issues. They're denying it. That's the only way that I'll forgive it. But otherwise, I just can't help but look at this and go, you guys did nothing for a full quarter. You did nothing. With a $1 billion producing game, a game that has made $1 billion, you did nothing. You did nothing.
And you mentioned the ticketing thing, Cubs, and I will tell you, I live streamed it, and I played a Kraken's account, shout out to Nemesis. And I told him beforehand, I'm like, bro, I don't want to mess this up for you. Like, I know. You've put such an investment in this. I don't want to mess it up for you. And he's just like, no pressure, man. And I literally went into my live stream and crowdsourced every single move. Yeah. I just didn't want to.
And I'm glad you had the foresight to do that. And I think maybe because of my live stream, you're a little bit more on edge because I did waste those tickets for my patron. Fellow patron of yours, Mall Pills. And I felt so bad about it. In my mind, I just didn't even think that it was going to be an issue. And I felt so bad about it. And so, what do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, we got to show people the event, and people had a game plan going forward. So, I think big shout out to both those guys for allowing us to stream their accounts and, educating the community.
Yep. All right, so I want to kind of continue a discussion we had over on your video. Again, guys, make sure you check that video out either when you're done here. I hope you already checked it out. And if you're not planning on it, shame on you. But we were talking a little bit about how we've grown to feel about the devs and how much they're doing with this game. And you talked about, we talked about your reaction to the event, my reaction to the event, and how we both inherently want to be positive. I know I get a lot of people on this channel. Anytime I make a negative video, I get people who want me to be positive, and I just got to say, like, look, I got to give my genuine reaction, but I'm not by nature a negative person. I don't like being negative about this stuff. But I want to ask the question, Urza, if with everything that's been happening, do you feel like this community or you or your community are just growing into the state of just perpetual apathy for the development team?
So, got a message from one of my a guy who's on all my streams, all my content. He's one of my best community members. Got a message from him today saying, "Hey man, I am really struggling with how I'm feeling about the game right now. I'm really struggling with a lot of negativity. This just hasn't done it for me." And I kind of wanted to tell him, man, the community is everything in this game.
Yeah.
Same with Cubs fam. We're gonna move on through this, and if CG wants to fix their game, that's great. But this is not the end all be all, guys. As a community, we will move on together if we have to. But everybody that I've interacted with has a negative feeling about the event. So I just don't know, Cubs. I mean, I know you've had your whale chat. The overall sentiment was pretty negative.
Yeah.
What those are whales, though. What is the free-to-play audience saying for you?
It's even worse, man. I mean, I think that it's to me, I'm observing this apathy. I've never seen a community where it just feels so much like you've got this amazing group of people that love this game, and I've never seen such a disconnect between the community and the development team. And I think it's something I want to stress here. And if anyone from Capital Games, if you guys ever watch these videos, I think some of you probably do. You've got to lurk. You guys got to be lurking around here somewhere.
Oh, we know they do.
I want so badly for somebody at Capital Games, or more people, even maybe some people are here right now that already feel this way. We need to add more, to have the opinion or realize how big of an asset this community is to you and how much you are neglecting that. This community has been through a lot, and something that I say to people a lot is, when things get negative, I feel like it's something we go through together. It's like we're a group of friends going through hard times together, and the devs are imposing these hard times on us or whatever, or it's just a byproduct of decisions they make. We are such a tight-knit group, and tell me if am I off base here by feeling like the devs just do not utilize this community at all.
I feel like they don't. I feel like they took a hard stance a long time ago.
Yeah.
With the content creators, and they're like, you guys. Well, so in my opinion, they dangled the carrot in front of us for a very long time of not playing other games, only concentrating on this game.
Yeah, if anyone doesn't know what Urza's talking about, they literally tried to give us incentive to not cover Marvel Strike Force, all of us.
Yep. And I was told I would get an in-game ad. I just had to do certain things, and that never came to be. It was a effing lie, Cubs. I'm sorry, I'm not going to swear, but it was a lie. Yeah. And I feel like they've manipulated us for a long time, and that created bad feelings between the two groups. And really the only people they interacted with is Galactic War Report, and they talked Sean out of retiring from the game. Yeah. I'm sure they promised him some sort of exclusive. We talked about that before. So I don't know, man. There's so much goodwill that they could do with us, and they just choose not to. I think Top Hat just looks at us and says, I'm not gonna support those guys because they say one negative thing about my game. And I don't know, Cubs.
It's disappointing to me because I remember what those conversations were like with the devs, and yes, we got negative. Yes, we had hot takes, and we get frustrated. We make videos about it. But I also felt like that group consistently had an attitude of, we want to help you guys connect with the community and improve this game. And you can't expect us to not make videos about it. You can't do that. Right. But it was, for whatever reason, not possible for them to separate their personal feelings or whatever. I don't know exactly what it was. But I'm kind of glad you brought up the Marvel Strike Force thing and stifling us covering other games. That's something I haven't really talked about on my channel. I've never really felt like it was natural to discuss. But yeah, that happened, man. That happened. And I think that was a big part of what kind of showed how they viewed the creators in this game. That there's this new game as a threat, and they wanted to go so far out of their way to stop us from covering that game by bribing us with incentives to not do it. It's crazy to me. So
yeah, it's crazy. And you think about it, and here's a little, I'm sure Mobile Gamer won't mind me telling this story. There's a reason why a Mobile Gamer has a second channel. There's a reason for that. It's because he wasn't going to play this game with them, and he wasn't going to compromise his beliefs. Mm-hmm. So he just made a second channel and covered Marvel Strike Force on that channel.
I'm going to go on record and say this. This is something, okay, I haven't said this on my channel before. I've said this plenty of times to you, Urza. I haven't ever found a way to confess this to you guys, to Cubs fam. But my biggest regret as a content creator ever is allowing Capital Games to stop me from covering Marvel Strike Force when it launched. I allowed them to stop me from covering the game.
Yep.
And I regret it. It taught me a lot, though. I mean, I was still really young in content creation when that happened, and I was kind of like buying into. I was trying to trust them. I wanted to be, in with the devs and all of this, and I didn't see it for what it was, and I got burned so hard. And
it didn't matter, Cubs. None of that mattered.
No.
Once the threat was neutralized, those promises were the most empty things in the world.
Yeah.
It was like you felt like you got used, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I did not expect to talk about this in this video.
At least you got your in-game ad, man. I never got that. I was promised it. Skelterix got it when I was promised it, and I was like, the hell? So.
And it's those in-game ads, the numbers that were being shared, because they were telling us these in-game ads are going to get, this many views, and it was just all of us were just like, oh man, like how can we? And so it really was like I remember agonizing.
Views.
Yeah, I was agonizing with it with my wife. Like every night, I was like, I don't feel like it's right for me to not cover this other game, but what if that game tanks and I miss out on this opportunity? It was just like they had you by the nuts in some ways. And I was still so new. I didn't really know how the game worked, all of this. And you know what? When I got those in-game ads, the one game that they actually gave, one video they gave me an in-game ad for was a ships video. I think I got 50,000 views or something like that. That was it. I can get that on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it was empty promises. It was empty promises. And to
like
me, I
those...
look at Mobile Gamer right now. I respect him so much for seeing it how it was. He was a lot more experienced at the time, right? I mean, I was like 6 months into YouTube. I was still just a guy making videos. Now I'm so much more, aware of how YouTube works. But he saw through it. He's covering the game, and he's probably the top creator for that game right now. And I kick myself, man, because I've played the game. I love Marvel Strike Force, but I feel like without having that year or 2 years of background in the game, it's very hard for me to cover. I've tried.
Yep.
I'm having a hard time doing it, and I think that critical decision I made, buying into that logic from CG, has affected me for a very long time.
Well,
and
you know what's crazy
it.
for me, Cubs? You know what's crazy for me, Cubs?
What?
You're a bigger Marvel fan than I am.
I love Marvel. Yeah.
You love Marvel. I remember you telling me about Endgame. You telling me about Infinity War. Like, I know you're super into this. And it's crazy to me that they talked you out of something that... Yeah.
I feel defeated. Like when I think about it, it's one of the... everyone think about one of your biggest regrets of your life, right? Like, this is up there. I mean, I regret it profoundly. And I mean, it's just... It hurts me that I did that, and I hate myself for it. But like right now, I mean, I want to cover it so bad, but in the beginning game, it's hard. I mean, I've looked into buying accounts. I've talked to the devs. I've been like, hey, I really want to cover your game. I can't do it. Can you help me out? And there's nothing they can do. And it's just, I think the ship has sailed.
Yeah.
I can't believe we just talked about this. We just threw it all out there.
Yeah, no, and the worst part of this, Cubs, is the people that made those deals with us, they're not even there anymore. They're not even there. So what was it all worth? Nothing, man. So we all grew up as content.
Yeah. We got sweet talks by us. Yep. Somebody, you know what? And maybe that person really felt like they could help us. Maybe they really believed that,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what actually happened? Nothing.
Galactic War Report.
Yeah.
Got the exclusives.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
our top hat. And
Galactic War Report got the exclusives, and they killed the Game Changers program.
Yep.
So
there you go.
Do you think so? I want to ask. So this video is going a bit long too. Ours is we're giving everyone like 50 minutes of
therapy. It's therapy. Cubs.
Do you think? I want to ask you this question. Honesty time. Do you feel like that whole event, which is just something that happened between us and the studio, do you think that contributes to the bad feelings you have for the studio now?
Oh yeah, I totally felt misled.
Yeah,
like I felt like I played the game as best I could, Cubs. And here's the thing, I was PG until they cut the Game Changer program. And you going to more R-rated content's the best thing you ever did, dude. Yeah, for sure. It made me build the hall, and it was all good. I could be myself. I could make,
Yeah.
my humor.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So I look back and I'm like, well, maybe it wasn't so bad because I got to be me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I think it's pretty much the same for me. I feel like there's still some resentment there for that, but it's kind of I put myself aside. Like, that's personal to me, right, and my business. But now I would say I feel a lot stronger for what I feel like this community deserves, and that's where it really bothers me still. And so, like, yeah, I've got this underlying frustration with what they did and how that affected me. And I think that kind of bled into how the community's been treated by the devs, because we were kind of like the people that one of their main sources of contact, and how that merged and everything. But yeah, I think it's mostly just what the devs could be doing for this community, what they don't do. It hurts.
We'll leave it there, man. We've gone long on both videos.
we went long on both videos. Cubs fam, let me know what you guys think about all of this madness down in the comments below. It was a accountability video today. Urza, anything you want to end with to tell the Cubs fan before we get out of this mess?
So the one thing I want to remind everybody is Cubs and I actually really enjoy this game, and we wish it could be better.
Thank you for saying that. I hear a lot of times when I get negative in videos, people think that I don't love the game or enjoy the game. I love Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and I just want it to be better. I just want more to do with it. If I did not love this game, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. So, very good. All right, everyone. Thanks again for joining for the video. Please enjoy hitting that like button for me, and go like Urza's video. Watch his video. Subscribe. Notifications. All that. I'm just getting this outro button. Goodbye.